a lot of cases, so I agree there's not some great targets. But let's go ahead and start moving into game number one now that we've got both of these drafts here selected. I know that you actually kind of like the Robin too, right, here for Sotos in that jungle skirmish had those beats. Or not beats, I'm sorry, he's chilling.
Warchi's playing so absolutely insane. There's gonna be out of mana going forward. He's gonna play a little bit safer. Marcus Remagdoku. I've been saying it the whole time, man. He likes these low pressure gods in mid, and this is exactly how you abuse it. Double kill for Marcus. I mean, I don't know. Just pick something that can clear wave a little bit easier.
It's certainly a scary start.
Willix is going to be able to back so much earlier now to get the boots online. She can back possibly before 5. Or she can get speed forced out by the flop. Rotwin finds it.
My man Warchi just walked on into that, right? I don't know if there are a whole lot of other ways. The left lane, Jingwei can be hard to gank sometimes. Is that where you want to see the pressure?
I want to see Marcus really put the pressure onto Remagdoku, but instead, we're going to take out this Jingwei. Nice, lickety-easy split. But if you really want to move, that's an option, however, as Jormungandr's over there. Not really the best objective clear god. But taking down mid opens up the gold tree very early, which can snowball games.
But they are going to get aggressive, and it's Creed that's in trouble. No way to get away from the 3-man gank. Sotos uses the overhead kick to immune that last shot from the tower, though I don't think it would have killed him from there either.
Take these early game fights, especially against a god like Uller who has so much aggression available, but this might be why.
Warchi is able to get knocked up, does make it into the axe stance in time to get the leap, so he should be out of there. But Toddy's still aggressive, looking for maybe the knock-up into the airstrike, but just no way to find it. Warchi makes it out, and now Draco Mariano should be able to catch Toddy out here and do quite a bit of damage on his own, even without backup, but he has the backup. Hail of arrows makes it an easy kill for the support, and the Papis now off to a really good start.
It truly is in the SCC, especially on the European side. If you lose to just F6, they're, as they are the newcomers to the court, that's a huge loss where there's so many veterans on the rest of these teams.
Purification beads from Rotwin keeps him alive, but in comes the grasp of death from Chekio to shut him down. That's aggression from Marcus on the Awilish, and they're able to punish the support. They want a bit more as Soto shows up to try and play too, but Captain Odie provides the peel, forces Marcus out of the slower start. It's less overall power. You get the item itself online sooner because it's cheaper than Bloodsport, but you know, you're not going to get that same sort of bang for the buck as there's trouble for Chekio happening in the jungle too, but maybe they can lock down Remagdoku. It's Marcus that gets the kill credit for that one. The Papis now have 8 kills in total, and they're ready to continue the aggression. Look to see if they can lock down Rotwin or maybe this Robin too. They're both looking for their escapes to come back up. Featherstep locks him down for a second, and now the Gold Fury getting procced as well. Some additional damage, but Rotwin makes it back out, leaps over the wall, and Sotos actually does get the punishing kill on the Marcus.
Marcus played a little bit iffy there. He had the ultimate available, and Rotwin knew it. That's why he waited so long to use that jump over the wall.
Help out with that too, and that's why all the Papis now are heading over the Gold Fury to try and start it after Just F6 grouping right. And no one on Just F6 considered that maybe the Gold Fury could be taken in trade, or they were happy to give that one up. I don't know, but Gold Fury is just straight up more valuable.
Just F6, they know they can't take the fight. I have to imagine that they realized immediately that that's where the Papis were going.
They have
that Gold Fury. They moved into mid, no one was there, but hell, under some duress.
Yeah, this is going to be trouble now for Creed as he continues to be dove. There's a 4th member coming in to confirm this kill, and Remagdoku for Just F6 set it up. But Creed gets the return kill onto Odie. That's huge. Then he turns them to a 1-for-1, and now potentially it's Toddy that could be the one that catches the other side of this same coin as he gets caught up in the CCJ. That's easy for Marcus. They should be able to grab the tier 1 tower. They're trading this one out, but I think the Papis can keep pushing a lot better than Just F6 in this.
No one available to defend for the side of Papis on that soul lane side. It should be a tier 2, 4 tier 2 there. It's an even trade, however, Papis come out ahead. They killed the ADC and they got the trade onto Odie from the Hell. So it's a 2-for-1 on favor towards Papis, as well as just two towers going both ways. Gold Fury goes towards the Papis, as you pointed out. Persephone's had a very quiet game, 0-0 and 6. She's been a part of 6 of the kills, however, hasn't found any herself. But Captain Odie, buddy, you're surrounded.
Still has the ultimate available though, so he should be able to make it out of there. We'll use 1 charge aggressive. I imagine he'll be saving that 3rd one though to reposition. No, he's gonna go back in with the rest of the team despite being low, but no one can punish him for it. A big collapse happening in the back with the Whirlwind of Rage and Steel does grab one, throw him away from the rest of the squad, but in all the action, Marcus is able to find Odie, nearly gets the kill on the Sotos as well. I don't know if I love Captain Odie sticking around that long. He ends up getting caught, and now catches Rotwin, who has to use beads trying to jump away.
Morty under some duress in the back, finds himself dead in the blue buff as the team fight continues under that tier 1 tower. Marcus finds another one, the 9th kill of the game. This guy is out of control.
This has been a really strong performance for this Awilix so far. We talked a lot about how maybe you wouldn't want the Bacchus to be your target all the time, but they make him, they force everything out before they try and pull him back in with the ultimate. It works every time, and now they're diving underneath the tier 1 tower. This is trouble as just F6 have stuck around. Marcus with another double kill, put 11 on the board for my man, as he has a tremendous game here so far. They're gonna grab the tier 1, the back of all that went their way, are starting up the FG and NIF. This is theirs uncontested, just F6, even if they knew this is going on. I'm not sure if they do. I doubt they'd want to come in to fight this down 6,000, almost 7,000 gold. The Papis will take this FG, and they're still 2-tiered out of combat healing when they back up and heal in between these engagements. Now they can come back and initiate essentially at full health. Rotwin trying to disrupt, but Toddy's already fallen to Marcus. That purification feeds the right side. Phoenix is going to drop as well. Now the Bacchus has no way to disengage. The axe off the mark for Morchi, despite having a good game so far. He misses that one, but the rest of the Papis continue to surge. Creed gets a kill on the Rotwin. Captain Odie falls as well, and suddenly it's just Sodos and Remag Doku trying to defend.
And as we've been saying the entire time, Poppy's still just healing up. This should be game.
Yeah, I think so too, Mifflin. I mean, they've got so much health on their side, so much sustain with this hell. There's the grasp of death. Checkio buries Remag Doku, and unfortunately that just leaves Sodos, who hasn't done much all game. He does grab one more kill there towards the end, but it's all in a losing effort. It's a deicide and the win for the Papis in game number 1.
22.5 minutes. That is a convincing win. I mean,
yeah.
At no point did I didn't get to really go into Poppy's comp here because I hate Scylla so much, and I hope now that everyone in chat also hates Scylla.
No, that's a PSA. That's a public service what you just did, letting people know that we don't necessarily need to be picking Scylla. They'll round that draft out with the Bologna as they move into the action for game number 2. Just F6 now.
With 1,000 gold, it hasn't really grown in the last couple of minutes. But that's off the back of purely playing the map better. They're clearing the jungle buffs a little bit more quickly. They're getting the neutral objectives. They need to start looking for some early game fights. As you said earlier, Just F6 comp pops off in the late game, barring Scylla.
Scylla in some trouble. Remag Doku being chased, and the bleed is there. First blood ends up landing for Marcus onto the actual Scylla. We've been Just F6 return, but both hunters have to use their beats.
Isn't that super nuts how Scylla's Crush is a completely reactable ability that has travel time to the ground? So she uses it. Draco Mariano showing perfectly that you could just, jump, and even if she aims it perfectly, there's a 0% chance you get hit by it. I mean, yeah, Scylla pops off.
No, Scylla's sick. To clear all the time as out comes the Fear No Evil. There's the I'm a Monster. You want to trash Scylla now? Well, she buries Marcus with a little bit of help from Sodos and the Fear No Evil. Good combination from the two as Marcus gets a bit ahead of himself in the enemy jungle. Not going to find anything else on the back of that, but that's a nice kill on the board for Just F6.
The first kill on the board, putting him only about 2,000 gold down now. Every objective on the map is still available for anyone to use. Rotwin in a little bit of trouble, no ultimate available.
And this could be trouble from does make it back under the tier 1 tower, but the Bologna there. Creed lands the hammer, and Rotwin just wasn't ready. So the Papis find their second.
Pyromancer getting pulled a little bit early by Just F6. Captain Odie's going to try and zone them out, but this isn't burning very quickly as Creed dunks in the back.
Does find a nice ultimate and the Thorns to try and stop them, discourage them from doing any damage or reflect what they do. Pyromancer does end up dropping. Papis want the fight as they've managed to get Sodos down pretty low. Blink in from Marcus, but Fear No Evil is used defensively, but he still had Trickster Spirit. Marcus gets in, gets an easy kill on the Sodos, does manage to chain one as well. I think that was Rotwin that he'll pull in, and now Marcus pulls the escape axe. He leaves. Meanwhile, the rest of Papis going to dive the tier 1 tower in mid. Sikkim lands and the crush, but doesn't do any damage to Draco Marino. Meanwhile, they've got Captain Odie in trouble near the front. The stun lands from range. The Gap Shield's there to keep him alive, but it's a full-on dive from the Papis. Look how far Warchi's the back. Aegis immune some and gets the hit from the I'm a Monster. Remag Doku finds one.
I mean, Remag Doku's doing a good job showing off the good assets of Scylla, and that's not easy to do because she doesn't have very many, but Remag Doku's able to find the Auto Monster, the only ability that really made any impact in that fight from Scylla. Gets that early pick. Now they can go ahead and back up and try and defend this Pyromancer that the Papis are pulling, but as we said earlier, Merlin's burn is so high, it's already on 50%.
It's going to be difficult to try and stop this. Remag Doku is lurking over the wall, but it looks like they know a ping coming out, and instead of fighting, they're just going to drop it. They don't feel comfortable starting it up, so Just F6 will grab the objective instead and pulling the Pyromancer towards their side. Have it down to about half, but in comes Draco Marino. Just a blink, he doesn't even do anything. So maybe see if they'll drop it. They laser focus on the objective. Just F6 do manage to grab the Pyromancer, but Creed gets the first kill on the Rotwin easy peasy in the back. Chekio's low and does need some backup, but he should be out by now, and maybe they can go for the collapse on the Captain Odie instead.
Captain Odie does not have his ultimate available. It's going to be very defective.
I mean, when it was nerfed, I mean, I'd argue that it was the best relic in the game. I mean, I know that Purification Beat's picked up all the time, but it's just so powerful and so versatile. It can be used as a defensive and an offensive tool on junglers, on supports, on solo laners. So I think it needs a little bit of a touch, and it's certainly still good, but this could be trouble. I don't know if Rotwin realized just how many members of the Papis were here in the jungle. He does manage to get the Cataclysm off, makes it into the one, but not to the CC immune part. Marcus, they get about the easiest kill of their life, and now they'll come back towards the Primal Fury. I don't even know if Just F6 can afford to stick around and defend. Sodos successfully zoned by Draco Mariano, and Primal Fury goes to the Papis.
I mean, that's exactly what Merlin brings. That objective burn was so insane. If I'm Sodos, I think I've got at least 10 seconds to get in there. Unfortunately, no free falls instantly. Tody in a little bit of trouble.
Yeah, he's in the absolute wrong part of town. He gets caught easy. Captain Odie wants to come in and see if he can find the long-range spear for the kill in the Marcus, but he can't quite get it. So Sodos wants to go on a cleanup mission to get Marcus. He does get it, but he's left the rest of his team in trouble. Remag Doku, though, finds the first shot off the Yama Monster and buries Warchi to make it 1-for-2. Now, Sodos drops the Fear No Evil on the Chekio, but he ends up dying to Creed anyway. This is what I was worried about, a fractured fight from Just F6, and they don't look nearly as good.
The Papis start to group around these objectives and start forcing some more team fights, right? Anytime they fight in this jungle, they're favored at this point.
It's Odie, though, who's trying to start the fight. They want to see if they can lock down Chekio, and they get him. Remag Doku is the one that finds the kill, but Creed makes him pay for it to make it a 1-for-1 fight. On the back of that one, or the ultimate from Toddy has come out, but it looks like we're going to have to take another brief pause here, guys. Give us a second. Tool 2. But Creed has found good positioning. I don't know if they recognize his back here. Finally, Sodos comes out and does figure out where this guy is, but he's losing the 1v1 pretty handily as Creed sticks to him. Just F6 does get the Pyromancer, but Creed wants to chase, sticking to Sodos.
So aggressive.
Willing to use the ultimate over the wall. Here come the rest of the Papis. They force Sodos to use the Fear No Evil defensively. The chains from Marcus haven't found anything yet. He is going to get the pull on the Rotwin, but that's the Geb, and we're moving into the mid-game. I said he might be hard to kill, but they're melting Rotwin pretty easily. Warchi gets the kill, and the Geb ends up falling. Marcus has found Remag Doku in all of this as well. That's huge. They managed to find a 2-for-0, and they're going to head right back to the FG.
That's the downside of Just F6 comp. Their whole team fight premise is based on whether or not they can use their ultimates synergistically, and they haven't been able to yet because the Papis are on the forefront of every single one of these fights. They can spearhead in.
That means they didn't get in position to set up their defense. That's good damage from Remag Doku landing on the Warchi, though, to bring him down low. But the Papis can heal this back up a little bit with that Fire Giant sustain, maybe even step into the jungle and lifesteal a little bit for Warchi trying to get back healthy. I think that's what he's going to do. So it doesn't end up quite materializing. Just F6 are going to be set here for their defense as the Papis come back in, but they've got Fire Giant on everybody. The huge gold lead as well. Certainly favored, as it looks like they should be able to come in without many ultimates really on the side of Just F6. They pop the Frenzy as well to try and kick this fight off. Phoenix does come down about half HP and Creed goes right to the back line. Chekio pops Sodos, and they find their first kill. Even Captain Odie is low. He falls to Warchi on the left-hand side. Suddenly it's a 5v3 favoring the Papis, and the left side Phoenix is already fallen.
I mean, it went exactly as we said. They had to use all of their ultimates defensively to escape from getting picked around that gold tree, and they instantly killed Sodos, the only ultimate they still had available. He didn't even get a chance to throw it up. That should be game. Yep, it's game. Yeah. 100%.
Yeah, that's it. The Papis grab game number 2. That means